So because we got all of the snow, I thought I would put up two suet feeders. This one was almost gone. So here's the new one I put up yesterday when we did get the snow. What's in here? I put some black oil sunflower seed in here. I'm not sure what's left. And what's this little? Maybe, I think probably a squirrel has made their little tunnel in there. And when there's an entrance, there's always an exit. Not the same as the entrance, so they can get away in case a predator comes to get them. Okay. Hi folks, it's Angie from Vintage Vigo. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today is January 25th, I think. And so I'm going to show you a quick little haul from the past week. And this is one of my little treasures. So a nice big pink plastic piggy bank. And I already have some dimes in it. So this is for me, and I think I'll keep him because he's got a big belly and he can save a lot of coin for me. So Mr. Piggy will be collecting my loose change whenever that happens. Some things are maybe not vintage, maybe they are. I'm not really sure. Some things are maybe finding, so I'll list them in my Etsy shop under supplies or art supplies or something like that. So anyway, that will be apparent to you when I show you. So just today I went thrifting and I found a brand new softball in a box. The box is kind of beaten up, but it looks to be a brand new softball. I don't know if you enjoy playing baseball as a young person or even older. Growing up in the country, we got together with our community neighbors and friends, and we played baseball almost every night, especially through the summer, and until it was so dark that you were actually getting hit by the ball because you couldn't see it. So I think this is vintage. There is no barcode on it, and I looked a few up that were being sold on Etsy and eBay, and so they are, desirable, brand new softball. So there's that, and I don't know if you remember maybe one or two or maybe even three videos previous, I found a and it was a Waterford crystal bell, beautiful bell, but it didn't have the little clapper inside, so I put it aside and it became one of my projects to fix. It was not easy because, you have to reach way inside to replace a jumping hook or a hook or ring, whatever you want to call it. I had no problem finding a nice clapper. I did look through the vintage stores for maybe a crystal clapper from another bell, and I didn't have much luck. And then I remembered, because I do make my own jewelry, that I had some genuine vintage rhinestones. So this is a little glass iridescent rhinestone. And after much patience, I was able to replace it and fix it, so now I can list it. It's just gorgeous. I think it makes a nice sound. I know the size and the material of your clapper is going to make a difference, but anything clapping against crystal will have a high-pitched little sound, so there it is. So I'm pretty pleased about that. Today I went out on a quick thrift run, and that's where I got the softball, and I found a nice necklace. Now I understand, and I may not be accurate on this, but barrel clasp or necklace clasps that are this design, the barrel design, dates the jewelry to the late 70s and 80s. So, and that fits with this type of jewelry. So I believe these are plastic little beads, and it's 3-strand, but it's woven together. And a nice little choker necklace. So the colors are maybe a very subtle peach, light pink, and white. So maybe I'll get that listed in time for Valentine's. I'm not really sure, or at least Mother's Day. So that was that nice find. I was really excited to find these. There are three little flocked bunny rabbits. They are so soft, and their little tails, their little bunny tails, are like a miniature puffball or a pom-pom. And I believe, well, one maybe I guess is a little bit smaller. And I did a little bit of research on these. So these are pretty collectible, and just offhand I forget what they're called. But this would be a chocolate, I think referred to as the chocolate bunny family. And you can get clothes for them, but I think they like being naturally unclothed. So yeah, these will be listed for the spring equinox or Easter. And yeah, just adorable, very, very soft. So that was a nice find. Now I found a whole package of these. These individual, I would say they're a type of Kewpie dolls, and I mean, they remind me of them. I think they're pretty cute. Little Kewpie type baby dolls. It's pretty exciting. I'll get them unwrapped for you so you can see. Now these would show up a lot better if it was dark. A little battery in them. The bottom part is glass, so the stem part is glass, and the top I'm pretty sure is plastic, but yeah, well, it could be glass, I don't know. So if you just twist them on the bottom and tighten them up, I don't know if you can see, they change color. So they go from all like pink or red to blue or a mauve or purple, kind of a graduated color. Yeah, you probably can't see from with all the light, or maybe you can get a little sense of what's going on there. I bought this. It had packing tape around it, and so I didn't know what was inside, but I shook it carefully at the thrift shop and thought, well, it's only $1, I don't know, 79 or 75. I'll take it home and it will be my little exciting item. It will either be worthwhile or not, and it actually was. So when you open up this woven little basket, inside you get, I think it's called a palm cross. And this would have been carved, but I'm really not sure of the material. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It feels like a plastic, although it could be a type of wood. And so I guess you fit it in the palm of your hand. It does come with instructions, thankfully, and I've never seen a palm cross before. So the information inside reads palm cross, the palm cross. The palm cross is made to fit into the palm of one's hand. It is an ideal companion in prayer and meditation to anyone who seeks comfort and solace, especially in times of illness, struggle, loss, or confusion. So I think it would be an ideal thing to have during these times of struggle for many. It's made by inmates of a prison in the Philippines. Each item you buy supports rehabilitation programs for the inmates and their families. And here's the instructions. So it gives a little prayer you can recite, and it said, insert middle finger here. Middle finger, yeah. So I'm not going to go there, am I? So this would be your middle finger. So you would, I guess, by the instructions, fit middle finger. See if I can get it right. Well, there's two little indentations. So maybe here, middle finger here. So I guess, yeah, I guess that feels right. Anyway, so quite an interesting find. I just love finding things I've never seen before and figuring out what they were. Well, this was pretty self-explanatory. It had the information in there. Usually you have to search the internet to find out what some things are. Another thing I came across, it's marked Japan. It's pretty scratched up. It's quite a heavy-duty magnifying glass. So the day that I found this at the thrift store, I actually used it to look at some other items when I was shopping. And when I was looking at the jewelry, it helped me see two pieces that were very, very small engraved. So it enabled me to pick up a pair of sterling silver, sorry, I think that was a sterling silver bracelet. Now, a while back, I showed you a pair of dress men's shoes, mini plastic shoes. Well, I came across these, I guess they would be soccer cleats. So the same size as the other shoes that I had, they have sold. Somebody grabbed those pretty quickly. And yeah, so I believe, soccer cleats or baseball cleat. Yeah, I guess baseball. But anyway, sports shoes, little miniature plastic ones with the little laces. Now this is an interesting item. It's got some weight to it. I don't know, I don't think it's glass because it has a lot of intricate carving, and I don't know, maybe it's a pale or white jade. It's hard to say. I don't think I'll have it appraised because if it's not jade, that's $100 invested in a piece of jewelry I won't get money back for. But I don't know if it's showing up in the camera, but it feels cold to the touch, And again, it's highly ornate, lots of carving, and fits nicely as a bangle. So anyway, I'll try to figure out what that is. It's always tricky to list jewelry items when you're not sure what the stones are. I mean, metals are easy because most sterling silver jewelry and things like that are marked. And so you can say it's sterling silver or 10 karat gold. But things like stones, polished stones and jade especially, it's really, really tricky. So I'm always really reluctant to, list them. But I do want to list it, but I want to be truthful and not make claims about what it is and what it isn't. Okay, so I found this lovely rose, a lovely pink rose, and I'm going to use this. So it has just a couple of tiny little flea bites on it, not much for these items. Usually these are broken and chipped and quite a mess. And on the bottom there is a sticker. China. So I've heard these mentioned before on other thrift sellers or resellers YouTube. They talk about Andrea Sadik, or I'm not really sure the pronunciation. So these are pretty desirable and a good quality name. Here is a sterling silver bracelet that I picked up, and using one of my items that I was going to buy, which came in handy. So on the back of one of these silver links reads sterling silver. It says 925. It's a stretch bracelet. So it surprised me that it was sterling silver. And just a lovely, showy bracelet. And it has little rhinestones in each of these silver links. And looks like the gold tone links are hammered somewhat. They do. They look hammered. Okay, so that was a nice little find. Piece of jewelry that I was able to read the maker's mark on it because of the magnifying glass. So on the back of this reads Napier, Napier. So these are selling for quite a bit of money, and it's a gorgeous quality designer, and has a nice clasp. Just a beautiful piece of jewelry. I'm thinking, looks nice on me. Yes, I forgot about these. I was so excited to find this beautiful blown glass peacock, I would imagine by the looks of it. It was in a bag hanging up on the wall at the local Value Village, and it was pretty hard to see through the bag. I looked and looked and looked, and I thought there's just no way that blown piece of glass is going to be in one piece. But I've crossed my fingers and I got it home safe and sound, took it out and looked it over, touched it, felt it, gave it the old touchy test, and it does not have any chips or cracks. I don't know how that happened. See these little things on top, the top of the peacock, I mean, those are so delicate. How did they not break? And its little feet, how did those not break? It's just amazing. This is just full of color. So the tail is almost like, it goes from like a amber, orange to a red. It's actually just gorgeous when you put it up to the light. And it needs a little cleaning. It's really smudgy hued. I just love art glass, blown glass items, perfume bottles, miniatures, paperweights. So I was so excited. Anyway, I'm keeping this nice and safe. Last item to show you. I don't know if this is going to be vintage enough to list in my Etsy shop. On the bottom it reads made in Thailand. I did a little bit of research on them and it looks like they're still selling them. I'm not really sure, but it has a Mini Cooper coming out of the cup, and so that would be your handle, I guess. I've never seen one like this before. I think it is adorable. So for anybody who likes these little Mini Cooper cars, this would be quite a nice gift. So yeah, a cup, or you could use it for toothbrushes or pens or pencils. I don't think I forgot anything. So I'm pretty proud that I had the patience to fix that. It wasn't easy. Oh yes, right, I forgot. In the same bag as the blown glass peacock, I found, oh yes, let's break that. I found these darling, they're like satin glass candies. There are 5 of them. So that's the blue one. There are 2, I think black, and there's a red, and this is a mauve color. So tiny little blown glass candies, and in the middle it looks like Millefiori, that kind of style. Anyway, very cute. I was pretty excited to get those too. Yeah, so I think that is it. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Do maybe a thumbs up if you're so inclined. And what else? You can comment, share my videos. That would be great. Enjoy them, hopefully. And we'll see you next week. If I can remember, I'll take a little bit of footage of these glass roses so you can see how pretty they are. They're just really, really attractive when they're lit up and you can see them in the dark. Yeah, so again, thank you for joining me. We'll see you next week. Count your blessings and count your crows and toodaloo.